All right, guys, this Thursday, I will be one night only Comedy Connection in East Providence. Love that club. Great club. That's Thursday night. And then Friday and Saturday, one night only each night, I will be at the Loft in Chicopee, Mass. Intimate room, 150 seats. I don't even know where we're at right now. Probably still, hopefully, a few seats left. So just go to Pete Correale to see any upcoming dates. I also got the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey coming up. But more importantly, back to the cast.
This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
So, welcome to the Pete and Sebastian Show. My name's Sebastian Maniscalco, Pete Correale on the other side of the glass. If you're new to the podcast, this is a podcast solely generated on the personal, professional stories of Pete and myself. Generally speaking, no guests whatsoever. We started this thing 9 years ago and basically refused to have anybody else come on and interrupt the comedy gold that you guys generally hear at the podcast. However, moving forward, we might have some guests come in and out periodically just to mix it up a little bit. So that being said, welcome to the show. Didn't know coming into this where I wanted to start, where I wanted to begin, what I wanted to talk about today. But I think I might start by saying, and I don't know if I mentioned this to you, and forgive me again, I don't know who I've told and where I've told it. And my father and I, and you're hearing this for the first time, right here on the Pete and Sebastian Show, are doing the Jimmy Kimmel Show together.
No kidding. Awesome.
So, my dad is coming out to Los Angeles. I'm going to do the first segment, and the second segment, they're going to bring him out. Now.
What a life for the pop. What a life.
My father, generally speaking, when there's a camera on him, is not the same man he is, right? He shuts down. It's a complete shut off.
It takes a long time to be yourself. Takes a long time.
However, my father and I did some promo stuff in Las Vegas about a month ago for the movie. This is all centered around about my father and the movie that's coming out Memorial Day weekend. And they wanted to incorporate my dad into some of the press opportunities. So we went to Las Vegas together, and they basically interviewed my father and I on camera and asked us questions. Now, I was like a little reluctant because I didn't know how he was going to come off or if he was going to be a mute or what. But I got to tell you, my father's born and raised in Sicily, came here when he was 15, has an accent. English is a second language. Generally speaking, it's hard to understand him in the sense where at this age, he's gotten to the point where like he hopes that it's like playing charades with my dad. You know, like I have to ask him, oh, you mean, and he goes, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. It's like he don't even explain himself anymore. It's just, but he was on camera in Las Vegas, and I don't know what the hell got into him, but he was speaking perfect English. It was all. I even told him, I go, you might have to have a camera follow you around now so people can understand you, because everything coming out of his mouth was like pure gold. The person interviewing us asked my father, how do you express love to your son? Right? Now, my father looked the camera dead in the eye and he goes, I think when people say I love you, it don't mean nothing. He goes, I ain't the guy to say that. because I think the word is overused. He goes, you ever hear people on the phone at the end of the conversation? They go, I love you. He goes, do they?
This is good promo for the movie, man.
Yeah, right? He goes, I don't need to tell my son I love him. He goes, no calendar is going to tell me what to do. For example, on Valentine's Day, I don't give nobody nothing. He goes, what? I got to wait till February 14th to show someone I love them? No calendars are going to tell me how to behave.
It's great. It's gold, man. It's gold.
So, yeah, he came alive. So now he's going on Kimmel. Of course, you know, my father's always thinking finances. How much? What do they give me for that? No, he's looking for a stipend when he comes out here. Do I get that? You know, do I get? Bro, this guy asked if he had a wardrobe fee. I go, what? He goes, yeah, I got to buy an outfit. Don't they give me like a wardrobe fee?
Oh, this is great. Does he get to plug the hair salon?
Well, that's another thing. I said, if this happened to you about 25 years ago, and you were doing this 25 years ago, you could go back to the salon and charge $1,000 for a haircut. You know, like,
right.
But
I mean, I feel like even now, I feel like anytime a new, to make it short, my buddy was telling me recently, him and his wife were going to go to this hotel on vacation. And then the new movie, The White Lotus, the new season of The White Lotus came out, took place at that hotel. And he's like, forget it. You can't even get a reservation. Your dad's hair salon. When the movie comes out, they're going to go, this is the salon based on the movie where the guy cuts down, De Niro cuts hair. Boom, line out the door. Your dad's not even going to be cutting anymore. He's just going to be working the register with, like, people lined up cutting.
He don't have a salon anymore. He sold all of his salons. He's been working he's been working for someone now for shit. He hasn't had a salon since 25, 30 years ago.
When you told me that he had your books at the salon, I thought that I figured it was still his salon if he's selling the
No.
He should get another cut from the guy.
Well, my father could probably, and I told him, I go, if you want to go on tour with me, I said, you could probably do meet and greets. You know.
Absolutely.
Meet Salvo from the story inspired by Salvo about my father. $100, take a picture, you get a signed T-shirt, and you know, make some bread that way. But anyway, he's coming on Kimmel. I don't have the date yet. It's in the middle of May. Which is going to be something that, I mean, that's, for me, it's me and my father on, the TV show together.
It's awesome, man. Are you kidding me? Holy shit. All right, whether you want to get more fit, be a better parent, or get more done at work, there is one thing that will help. My wife is always preaching about this. One thing, and that's better sleep. With Miracle Made Sheets, you can tap into the power of self-cooling temperature regulation, which has been shown to improve deep sleep quality by over 20%. Deep sleep quality, that's what keeps you young. And these sheets that they use at Miracle Brand, they're infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than any other sheets. No more gross odors, man. Just sleep in luxury. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without that high price tag of other brands. And you feel as nice, if not nicer, than the bed sheets used by some 5-star hotels. I'm telling you, you lay in these things and you think you're at the Ritz, baby. Go to trymiracle.com/thecast to try Miracle Made Sheets today. And with Mother's Day and Father's Day right around the corner, boom, this is the perfect way to give someone you love the gift of better and more luxurious sleep, baby. Save over 40% and be sure to use our promo code THECAST at checkout to save even more. And you know it. Get them 3 free towels. That's right. You knew that was coming. You get 3 free towels. Miracle is so confident in their product. It's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you are 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/thecast and use the code thecast to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/thecast to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode.
That's what's going on there. What's going on? So we understand here at the Pete and Sebastian show that we have, I don't know, dare I say, never heard before in public.
My song?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Let me put it to you this way. Years ago, when I did a radio show with Brewer and a couple of other guys over at this Jim Brewer show, it was at Sirius. Now, this is so long ago. Sirius and XM hadn't even merged yet. Stern wasn't even there yet. We were like one of the first people there. And we had this show. And at the time, all we had there was some truckers they were the first ones to have Sirius. So, geez, we had like no one was listening. And when someone would call in, it was truckers. And that's when I played this song that I wrote about Jackie and sung. And then I put it to bed, and I finally found it. And me and Patrick were just listening before the show. All I can tell you is I remember Tommy Burns. I'll preface the song. Tommy Burns is the guitarist for Billy Joel's band, lead guitarist. And he's a good friend of mine, great guy. He's been playing with Billy Joel for 30 years. So he plays electric guitar on this song. And at the end of the song, when I thank him when we're leaving the studio, he goes, "Nah, I had a blast." And he goes, "Honestly, that could be a real song on the radio," which I knew.
Now, what we're about to hear, is this just the audio recording of it, or is this video?
No, this is a live. No, yeah, just audio, but it's me singing it live in studio. And the other guy on it was from the radio show. His name is Larry Schneidmuller, musician, one of Jim Brewer's friends he grew up with. Great dude, real talented musician. He sings a little bit with me. You can tell when he's singing because it sounds better. And then, as I said, Tommy Burns from Billy Joel's band is on the electric guitar. I wrote all the lyrics. It's about Jackie and about meeting her, and
all right.
It's unbelievable.
Now, we are going to listen to the original song that you sang. Only recording. Is there a title to the song?
Never Believed in Love at First Sight. But really, the short version is just Never Believed.
All right, Patrick, let's hear this. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Tommy Burns, Larry Schneidmuller, Pete Correale, I Never Believed.
Ready? 2, 3, 4.
I never believed in love.
Never believed in
Love. I never believed in love.
Never believed in
Love. I never believed in love.
Wow.
Never believed in love.
At first sight.
There we go. Here we go.
Take it down, Pete.
Stepped out of the car to grab a quick toke. Wow. Listen to an old friend tell the joke. Caught your blonde hair out of the corner of my eye. You were laughing with your girlfriend, and I knew I had to try. But I never believed in love.
Never believed in
Love. I never believed in love.
Never believed in
Love. There were no soaring pigs in flight, and the cow never jumped the moon that night. I never believed in love.
Never believed in
Love.
At first sight. Go, Pete.
Pulled out all the stops, wouldn't leave a thing to chance. Had to be the last guy holding you the last dance. Told the DJ what to play. It was your favorite song. They always played it on your birthday. But I never believed in love.
Never believed in
Love. I never believed in love.
Get ready for the bridge, bro. It's unbelievable.
No soaring pigs in flight, and the believed in love.
Never believed in love. Break it down, Pete.
Cruise the strip in a fancy car. Did my time at the old man bar. I used the word love on a woman or two, but it didn't mean a thing till I used it on you. Your mama called me a gigolo, but what your mama couldn't see, your mama couldn't know. Love that girl since the first hello, and now we're looking back 12 years ago. And I never believed in love.
Never
Light 'em
believed
if
in
you got 'em.
love.
I never believed in love. Never believed in love. No soaring pigs and flying, and the cow never jumped the moon that night. I never believed in love. Never believed in love. That's it. That's it, Patrick. What do you think, dude?
Okay. All right, let me break it down. I'm gonna break this whole fucking thing down.
Renaissance man is what I am.
Okay. Tommy Burns. Let me start with this. Excellent riff on the fucking guitar. Just unbelievable. Excuse my language, but just yeah, right. And then who was the guy? Solomon, the guy.
Larry Schneidmuller. Yeah, nice voice.
Larry, when he came in, he'd be like, all right, bro. Love the message of the song. Really, really sentimental. All right. It was like listening to a dead animal. The voice is awful. Listen, the bridge. I like when you went down and you almost conversational. But once you think you could start like belting out tunes, it's like, hey, where you going with this? Now, and I really appreciate the effort. You're trying to get into it.
Never believed in love.
Yeah. But it could have been on the radio if you weren't singing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know, man. You know, you hear everyone else, and you're like, damn.
I mean, are you in agreement with this? Do you think you sound like Eddie Vedder? What's your own critique?
If I was listening to that song, I'd be like, fire the fucking singer. You guys are in good shape. That's it. And then they're gonna go, actually, it's his garage and all his instruments. Otherwise, we would have. I know, dude. I mean, and you sometimes. Do you ever sing alone in the car or anything? You ever sing?
Oh, it's awful. It's terrible. I sing.
You ever have a moment like maybe even a Michael Jackson song where you're like, this one verse, I sound pretty good singing. Like
no,
nothing.
I took a Justin Timberlake song one day. And I tried to sing, just like him. Right. And I played it back on my voice recorder. I might actually still have it. Actually, I think it was It was so bad. It was so bad. I don't think. I don't. No. It's a talent. It's a talent.
I know what the scary part about it is. Sometimes I don't know. You don't know how bad you are until you play it back, and you're like, Jesus. But in the moment, you're like, I'm pretty much nailing this. A couple of spots I missed, but and then you hear it back, and you're like, just amateur, just reeks. Like if it was your kid, you'd go, shut it down. You know what I mean? Like, you ever go to watch a movie and you just, as soon as you turn it on, the opening scene, you're like, fucking B-roll. Like, it has a amateur feel to it, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just, and that's where that's at. Well, anyway.
So when Jackie heard it, what was her reaction?
pretty much the same as you, Like, oh, it was you're terrible. Everything else is pretty good, but you're terrible. Now, speaking of music, I want to slide into something. This is Rogan-esque. And I even tried to do my homework and find an answer, but I really couldn't. A listener of ours, a guy named Kenny, has become a friend, good dude out of Chicago. So he's telling me he has Alexa, like a lot of us do. You got Alexa?
No.
Okay. I got it. Use it all the time. He's saying that he was watching a movie with his wife, and they were about to have a scene with a husband and wife. A man was going to be with the woman. And he goes, as a joke, because the guy goes, I got to tell you something. Right before he climbs into bed, I yell out to my wife, I got herpes. We laughed, watched the movie. Bro, next 3 or 4 days, I'm getting herpes emails, herpes medication emails. My Alexa is picking up what I'm saying and telling them what to email me for ads. What's your take?
Well, I mean, we've known this for years, that these devices are listening to what we're saying, taking keywords, putting up, I never really heard emails being
spitting out the info to, the herpes company, going, listen, we heard some shit at this house. You might want to start saying.
Well, how are they? So is your Alexa attached to an email? Like,
listen,
how are they?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not a bright human being in the overall big picture. Comparatively speaking, I am in this country. But basically what I'm saying is they talk Tusk. I call him Elon Tusk. Musk. Anyway, Musk is talking about shutting down shit for 6 months because of AI and like the artificial intelligence starts to come to life. This is what I'm thinking. Now my Alexa got to know the email guy, and they're going, hey, I got some info. Oh, you get that? Let's go. I'll talk to, and it's all coming together. You know what I'm saying? Again, bro, leads me back. Dying at the right time, bro. Dying at the right time. This place is done.
Okay.
This country is like last week when you were talking about Universal. What do you want to go home? All right? Yeah. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off. All right, guys. Sunday lawn care. I love when weather starts to warm up. I love getting at it with my yard. Getting out there and digging in my garden. It's one of my favorite parts of spring. And Sunday lawn care makes it even easier than ever to enjoy. Sunday is everything you need to get the lawn you've dreamed of. This spring, go to getsunday.com/thecast and enter your address to get a customized plan created just for your lawn. You have no idea how important that is. Everyone thinks every lawn's the same. It's not, man. Every lawn is not the same. Every lawn is like a snowflake. I'm riffing. This isn't even on the fucking shit they want me to read. So you got to go to them. They'll customize what your lawn needs, and they use only ingredients you can feel good about. No harsh chemicals, no long waiting periods or trying to keep your kids and pets off the lawn. Simply apply, let it dry, and you're back to enjoying your yard. Sunday is easy and affordable. Some lawn care services cost more than $1,500 a year. I can vouch for that. But Sunday's full season plan starts at just $109. Mind blown. And Sunday is offering our listeners 20% off. Are you kidding me? Full season plans start at just $109, and you get 20% off when you visit getsunday.com/thecast at checkout. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/thecast. What are you waiting for? Get that grass green, baby.
I before I get off that, I want to get to this AI. This is something that's fascinating, okay? And Patrick, being a tech guy, might have some insight to AI. But before we get into that, I want to just shed some light on having a loved one around that tells you like it is. And Jackie is an example. Jackie's getting this beautiful song that you wrote for her, and her response is, great, Pete, but you're terrible, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It definitely helps an individual to have someone in their life that just is brutally honest. Now, I bring this up because there's a movie that I'm in called Spinning Gold. We covered this on the podcast where I do this accent, right?
Right.
My father went to go see the movie. Okay. Now he went to go see the movie, and I know when he doesn't like text me or respond to anything that I'm on, I know that he don't like it, right? So normally if he likes it, he'll go, "Great job on Kimmel, great job." I got radio silence on this thing. So I called him the next day and I said, "You see it, the movie?" He goes, "Yeah, I saw it." He goes, "Let me tell you something. You shouldn't do accents. No more."
Your dad, man.
Listen. He goes, "What was that accent? What was it?" I go, "Well, it was a combination of like Italian and German because the guy kind of grew up on the border of Italy and Germany." He goes, "Pick one. Don't try and do both. Pick one accent." Now I'm laughing, right? Goofing around.
Right.
I said, "Dad, I went to a dialect coach, and she's the one that's gave her stamp of approval." He goes, "Don't you fucking know anything by now, you dummy?" He goes, "You live in Los Angeles, where everybody's gonna tell you you're great, okay? She's getting paid to tell you you're good. I ain't getting paid.
Right.
You suck."
But, and I'm not, listen, I didn't get, that's fine, but what I want to know is, does your dad know, is that how people talk on the border, or are you like not nailing it? Like, because this is such a specific accent, who is even know if you're doing it right or not?
In my dad's eyes, regardless if he knows the accent or not, he didn't believe it. Now, my mom,
Right.
Now, my mom's a different animal. My mom's negative too, but my mom went to see it last night. And on this podcast right now, I'm going to ask my mom what she thought. Okay?
Right. Whoa. Your mother went to see you in a movie last night.
Yeah.
And hasn't sent a text.
No. So
you already know what she thinks, that guy.
I know.
I mean,
but we could.
She should be texting you from the movie seat, going, "I'm loving it." It's mom. If mom ain't texting you back, I thought it was great. But anyway,
what I'm going to do right now, hopefully, this will be another segment of what my mom texts me.
Right.
So one second. How did you like the movie last night? Okay, here we go.
This is
I've opened up a bag of worms here. I'm asking for it. I did have another mom story here. One second. Hold on, because she gave me another ribbing. But anyway, okay, I want to get back to AI. I keep hearing about this AI shit, right? This is what I've heard about it. I've heard that instead of going to Google now, you go to AI, right? You could ask this AI questions, or you could give AI an email that you wanted to send somebody, and you could put the email into AI, and AI will spit out a better email with, well-constructed sentences, what have you, right?
Uh-huh.
Did you know anything about this, Patrick? This AI shit? Okay. My question to you and Patrick is, everybody goes, yeah, you go to AI. Where? What, like, is AI have a website that you go to? And
Right. Wow.
Like
Yeah.
if you want to go to social media, you go to Facebook, TikTok,
Right.
Instagram. When they say, yeah, you go to AI, what do you mean you go to? Where is it?
Well, is that Alexa? That might be Alexa. It means when you say that to those things.
Yeah, well, that's a form of AI. I'm just saying, like, people go, oh, you could put this into AI. Well, where? Patrick, do you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun watching you guys try to figure this out. just in discussion. There's the leading website. The company is called OpenAI, and that's the website. OpenAI Chat GPT.
Okay, GPT. Okay.
So they're on the 4th version of it, which is much better than the one that came out even a few months ago. And it has like a prompt bar like Google, and you can type in whatever. You could paste in half of a book and say, rewrite this in my voice, and give it a sample of something that you've written, and or you could take something that you've written and say, rewrite this as though Stephen King wrote it or Shakespeare wrote it or whatever, and it'll reformat it and reword it for you.
Okay.
All kinds of
Can he hear me right now? Can you hear me too, Patrick? Can I just like say to it, I need a 2-page essay about George Washington, and it'll give you an original 2-page essay that you can hand in for schoolwork?
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now. We could do a few prompts that you guys want to do.
Okay, let's do an experiment with this thing, because I'd like to give it like something I wrote, like a text, and oh, sorry, Mom, I'm going tonight. I'll give you a synopsis when I get home. A synopsis?
Oh God!
Wow,
that's beautiful. I'm just getting that. I'll give you a synopsis. Oh, a synopsis. That's great. That's great. Dude, this AI thing, you freak me out. By the way, I don't want to lose my train of thought now. Now that Patrick knows stuff that we don't know, I was always interested in the black market. When you hear people go, oh, he got it on the black market. What is that? Like, how do you go to that? Like, if I want to buy a tank, you know what I mean? Is that like a separate internet that bad guys have access to?
Yeah, well, don't they call that the dark web or?
Yeah, the dark web. That's what I mean.
Okay.
The dark web.
Okay, so I've heard about this too. Okay, here's the. And by the way, could you please send us this link in our text message? I want to fiddle around with it this week. So I understand. Let's not do this right now. Let's jump out of this. I want to talk to Pete a little bit more about this AI. I first heard about this AI and really got a glimpse of it when I went to this party and I was talking to this guy at the party. Well, I didn't know who this guy was. And AI came up. And I go to this guy, I go, what is it? Because I knew he was in the tech world. I just didn't know who he was. I go, what is it? He goes, all right, let me explain it so you could understand it. You could feed AI all of your comedy specials. You could just feed it to now. Again, I don't know if you could just give it the video, you give it the transcripts, what have you, right? AI will digest it, right? And then you could type in it. Then you could type into AI, write me a joke about going to Disneyland. And AI will regurgitate a joke referencing all your material that you've given it and write a joke in your words. Like and come up with a scenario or a funny anecdote about Disneyland and write it based on what you've given it. Now that's how he explained it to me. So basically it's like you could give this thing your specials or your comedy and then go, write me 4 jokes about going on an airplane, or write me 4 jokes about raising kids. And it will do it in your voice. Am I right, Patrick? Is that? What reference did you give it though?
I can't hear.
I just told this OpenAI, I said, you are comedian Sebastian Maniscalco. Please write 3 jokes about waiting in line in a restaurant. And 2 seconds later, sure, here are 3 jokes about waiting in line in a restaurant.
All right, but are
okay.
they? Let me hear the jokes. Can we hear the jokes to see if they're in like your voice, like something you would say?
Wait. Can you? No. Send me the jokes,
Yes.
and I'm gonna read the jokes, and see if it fits my.
Okay.
I'm gonna read the jokes, as me. Hold on. Oh shit! Here. Okay. Here. Waiting in line at a restaurant is like being part of a slow-moving conga line.
Bro, I'm literally thinking that's off of What's Wrong with People. Is that from What's Wrong with People?
Except instead of dancing, you're just standing there, trying not to make eye contact with people in front of you.
Or when I get to the front, am I going to pay or what do you put my back or try and get under the bar? What do you call when you limbo under the bar? Like I'm trying to, I'm into it. Oh my God, I'm not even as good as AI. AI's going, who's fucking my shit up in the background there?
This is kind of hacky. Have you ever noticed how waiting in line at a restaurant can turn grown adults into toddlers? Suddenly, everyone's whining, complaining, and asking, "Are we there yet?"
Bro, but there's a skeleton you could work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and every time they keep going up to the hostess, like you would touch your father in the front seat when he was driving. Are we up yet? Is it us yet? It's not, I mean, it's workable. It's borderline, why grab a pen and do the fucking legwork myself? What's the third one? Oh my God. You know how many, bro, stand-up comedy's over. It's over because somebody can do these. They like you. They could go give me a little touch of Sebastian, and then give me a little touch of this comedian.
We'll get to this. We'll get to this. This is where, while I'm doing this, get something on Pete. Pete Correale on airplanes. I don't understand why people get so upset about waiting in line at a restaurant. It's not like we're waiting for the last helicopter out of Saigon. We're waiting for a table at Olive Garden.
I mean, it's funny. I mean, I think that AI thinks it would be funny to hear you say Saigon, and it is. We're not trying to get the last helicopter out of Saigon. I mean, that's fucking guy's good. Hey, I tell you,
fucking guy's good. It's nobody. You just just referred to AI as the guy. Fucking guy's like there's somebody on the other side of this.
Oh, shit.
Holy
man. I mean, yeah, jeez.
Okay, now do we have any?
I just texted Pete 3 Pete jokes about airplanes, being on an airplane.
Okay, cut your mic. All right.
Only one guy can do this, and then it's it. It's giving me the same taste. Ready? Flying used to be a luxury. Now it's like taking a bus that's 30 feet in the air. If I wanted to be jostled around and surrounded by strangers, I'd go to a nightclub. Hey, I don't know me. I don't know. He's doing a lot of comparisons. You know what I mean? Like a lot of analogies. Here we go. Ready? The best part about being on an airplane is the snacks. They're like the little appetizers that you can eat without anyone judging you. I always feel like I'm at a fancy cocktail party, except I'm wearing sweatpants and sitting next to a crying baby. I don't wear sweatpants. I don't like the appetizers. This fucking thing don't know me at all, bro. Got you locked down. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's making observations of things that you would make fun of, but it's doing the opposite with me. They say that in case of an emergency, you should put your oxygen mask on before helping others. But let's be real. If the plane is going down, I'm not putting on a mask. I'm just going to grab a beer and hope for the best. Let's be honest. The plane's going to go down. I'm not going to grab a mask. I'm just going to grab my beer and hope for the best. AI don't think much of me if you think I'd use that. What I want to know is, like, and we don't have to do this, but could Patrick tell us, like, could AI take that song that we just played up front and either make me sound better or make it be Eddie Vedder singing my words?
Yeah, not this site specifically. Eventually, one site will take all of the different AI tools and put them all in one thing, and it'll be truly unbelievable. There are sites that can take a fully mixed song and split apart and make stems from it. Again, they can isolate the vocals, isolate the guitar, isolate the drums, all that stuff. And then you can filter a voice and have it revoice that voice with, you could type in a comparable singer and it'll translate it into a new recording. A lot of crazy stuff with video happening too.
So what's left for us, bro?
Well, here, I'll tell you what's left. And this is... All right, I was talking to Lana about this the other day. Like, everybody's worried about AI. But my question to you is, someone's got to develop this AI. AI just don't happen. There's people behind this. Isn't there a room where some guy raises his hand and goes, you know what, I'm working on a technology where you could basically feed this thing any type of information. It will regurgitate it and basically have a mind of its own. Doesn't anybody in the room go, I don't know if we should get into that? You know, that really might make humans obsolete. And, you know, like, is there any checks and balances going on when it comes to technology? And someone kind of going, nah, you know what, leave that on the back burner for now. We don't want to give the general public access to artificial intelligence. It's almost like, shit.
No, you're right.
10 years ago, if you told me that there's going to be a car that could drive itself around town, I'd say you're crazy, right?
Right.
So basically, they did it with the car, where it's got artificial intelligence and it can tell where other cars are. It can park itself, what have you, right? Now, it's and I often joke to Lana. I go, when we're behind a Tesla or whatever, how do I know who to yell at? Like, if the car.
That's the thing. You're not going to be yelling because there's a perfect driver in front of you. You know what I'm saying? The Tesla would be like, bro, I'm programmed to do everything you would want. I'm even going 5 miles an hour over the speed limit because I know you could dip a toe. I mean, I'm literally... my biggest fear when I say, there's going to be nothing left for us to do except just look up at the sun and just fucking sit there. Right? I mean, nothing. Even when you got to poop, something's going to make your pants go down, wipe your ass. You just sit there. What the fuck? There's nothing to do.
Listen, this thing is fascinating to me because for years, I wish I could compose emails in a way or text messaging in a way where it comes off like I'm more educated than I am.
Right. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
this thing is going to allow me to spit like raw feelings into it, and it regurgitates it back in a way where a normal human being could decipher what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Hopefully there's levels, though, you know? Because if you could just go make it, clean it up, you don't want to put yourself in a position where then you finally go take a face-to-face meeting and they're like, wow, this guy's been using AI. Fuck. Holy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'll send it for medium. Don't give me I don't want to talk Harvard graduated. Just like, you know, Ohio State. Ohio State's good.
Yeah. You don't want to come into these meetings and they're tapping each other on the table going, Jesus Christ, this guy is unbelievably smart on email. But as soon as you get him in person, forget it.
Yeah, what a drop. And, you know, but I'm saying to you, Caruso gets older, okay? and he's in his room, and he's got to do an essay on George Washington. And all he has to do is make sure you and Mom aren't looking. And he goes, give me a 2-page essay on George Washington with a little touch of Edgar Allan Poe mixed with Stephen King. My point is, who wouldn't do that? Like, there's like no, all you got to learn now is how to say, do this, do that to a computer. That should be your whole education.
Well, I'll flip it around on you and see how you feel about it. Sadie comes up to you a couple of years and go, Dad, can you help me with my science project? I want to do a working volcano. And you go, SKA. You think I'm gonna go in the garage and get the lava going? It works for a parent too. You could tell your kid.
And now with the 3D model, no one's got to go in the garage. Just we'll go in the garage tomorrow and pick the thing up. It's all made. It's like the whole fucking thing is made. By the way, speaking of Sadie, bro, this is huge. I had mentioned this song before by a girl named Jax called "Like My Father," and Sadie really likes the song, and she's learned it really well on piano. And now they're having the spring concert at school. She's in 4th grade, so it's 4th graders, 5th graders, 6th graders, and they, big chorus thing. And Jackie emailed the teacher. The teacher loved the song. Sadie's playing piano on this song, and the entire chorus is gonna sing it. And it's a really good. So, and I said to Sadie, we're gonna get a good recording of this, and then we're gonna send it to Jax, the real singer. I mean, if she don't respond to that. So this is, and when she's practicing, sometimes she misses a note here, and I'm singing along with her. I know all the words, and I'm like, you're messing me up now. See, when you miss a note, you got 50 kids looking at you, going, what the fuck? What do we, I go, you gotta, boom, man. So this is pretty cool.
But guy, just
I don't even know why I bother, bro. All I gotta do is tell AI to fucking play the song. It's unbelievable.
Well, just on a parenting note, do you find that this aggressive, kind of almost volatile way of teaching Sadie these life lessons, like, hey, you better not fuck up, you got 50 other people, does that seem to work, or is that
no? It works. It works.
It works.
I'm trying to teach you the feeling of pressure, and I go, if you're not putting yourself in a position where you're nervous and scared, I go, then what is any of this shit for? You want to challenge yourself, be nervous, because when you're nervous, you fucking do it, And I always, our whole mantra is no matter what she does. Like the other day, she had this. She's in the Royal Music Academy, and she was up for level 2, and this thing is out of Toronto, and what she has to do is on her piano is a big test. And the lighting, everything has to be perfect for this woman. If this woman comes on and the lighting and everything is fucked up, she's like, we're not doing it. And this stuff she's doing, it matters when you get older, even to get into a college. This stuff is recognized. It's like really classical playing. So Sadie has to get in a nice dress. We got the ring light I use on the cast. I brought it down. We got it on her. And me and Jackie are in the back. We're not, like, you can't see us. And the woman comes on. Hello, Sadie. Okay, let's get started. You look lovely today. Thank you. All right, let's get started. Can you play me the left clef? I don't even know what this lady's saying. And Sadie's like, bang, 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 bang. I'm like, holy shit. And then she's got 5 pieces she has to play, and short pieces. She'll play the piece, and the lady's like quiet for like 2 minutes, just taking notes, and Sadie's just sitting there. Okay, I'll play this one, play. And it's nerve-wracking, but I'm like, but you're living, man. You're alive. So, no, she feeds off it, man. You know how that goes, bro.
Yeah, no, well, the reason I ask is because these types of techniques, kind of aggressive, a little bit kind of in-your-face parenting techniques, is almost, I forget what they call it. What's the Japanese mom? Tiger mom, right? Tiger moms? I think it's called tiger moms, where they're extremely diligent and aggressive with their child's learning. I refer back to Tiger Woods' father, Earl Woods, when Tiger was teeing off and practicing his shots. Earl would, throw golf balls in front of him, try and distract him so he would become mentally tough, right? And there's something to be said about that type of parenting. We could call it the
Look
Earl
at you,
Woods.
bro. We literally started the show like this. Your dad telling you that he didn't like your accent. You were raised like that. Your dad did not coddle you at all, man.
No,
you were
no.
constantly, trying to show him, and do right by him, and look at fucking what it led to, man. So yeah, it works. You know it works. You're a product of it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like this type of parenting tends to lend itself to kids who excel. And in regards to Sadie, and it's something I haven't told you yet. I saw a video of her on the diving board recently. I don't know if you posted it or Jackie posted it, and she did I think she was turned around and then she was backwards and then she did a dive in.
Boom, inward, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you guys talked about this as parents in regards to Sadie, but I noticed it on the diving board. And I don't know if it's just because it was a video or what have you, but I think when it comes to swimming for Sadie, I am prone to tell you that you might be dealing with an Olympic swimmer, and I'll tell you why.
You're funny.
Sadie's legs are long, right?
Yes,
Okay.
they are.
I would get this kid not only involved in swimming, but some type of track and field, hurdling, long jump. I think we're looking at Correale gold for 2034.
Bro, the diving she's down, she likes that a lot, and the running she's going to start, but she's awkward still. She doesn't know how to run well because she's growing so damn fast. But these kids now, I mean, literally, there's probably kids Sadie's age right now. The whole family moved down to Florida to dive full time. The kid dives from 5 a.m. till 9 a.m. Then they do a little schoolwork by the side of the pool. It's like you can't keep up with it. Even her piano, there's Chinese kids 4 years younger than her just wailing away doing Beethoven. It's just unbelievable, man.
You bring up a good point here. And I've often thought about this myself because you hear some of these parents who are like, they got like a kid who knows how to ski well, and they move from Georgia to Switzerland because the kid's got like potential. And I'm sitting there going, could I ever do that? Like, what happened to just like the kid's good? He makes the varsity team, right? He goes to college, and then he's in the pros. What's this shit where the family's got to uproot their entire life, right? And move and go to, Balasari tennis camp in Florida because the kid's got a great backhand. Can you make it anymore? Just like going to math class and then going to practice after school?
Where we live, we still live in a town where kids play 3 sports, one every season. Like you could play the varsity, this and that. Like, in Chicago and where I grew up now, you got to just specialize in one sport because there's so many kids and the competition is so big. But it's like, when I watched that movie with Serena and Venus, we all watched, and they ended up going to that tennis camp in Florida. My thing is like, if they just were playing in high school where I grew up, why wouldn't the people see them? Like, oh, come to Connecticut High School. Look at these 2 kids; they're fucking unbelievable. Why you're not gonna find them here? You're only gonna find them in Florida. Why? If you're so good, they'll find you right here. If you're not good enough to be found here, then you suck, and we ain't going where you need to be found. That's how I feel about it. You fucking think Wayne Gretzky had to move to Minnesota for people to realize he's the greatest hockey player that ever lived? I fucking find you.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? Yeah, I'm with you.
The whole idea, though, to go to the tennis camp in Florida is now you live and breathe tennis 24/7.
Right.
At home, you don't. You go to school and you go to tennis practice for an hour and a half. You come home, you watch TV. At this camp,
Right.
you have scrambled eggs with a side of tennis balls to start the day.
But you
you're
need
immersed
that
in it.
balance. The problem with that, though, and I've seen it with the hockey guys. You ever see the hockey players? They go live with a family in Canada and all this shit, and then, you're a 23-year-old freshman. When it don't pan out, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You go to Florida, Florida camp, and then you don't end up being a tennis star. Then next thing you know, you missed out on a whole childhood playing tennis. Now you're just a weirdo, washed-up 19-year-old tennis player who had no fucking childhood. So you always got to balance out for the strong possibility that you're not going to make it in the sport. You can't. You put all those eggs in that basket, then you get a weird kid.
Well, can you be the
19 years old,
greatest?
never made out with a boy yet. only ball she ever held were the two yellow ones. I mean, at 20 years old.
So listen. So
Let's see AI rewrite that fucking joke, guy.
So
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Right.
Can you be the greatest ever? And I think we've seen this, like you say, you mentioned Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, didn't make his varsity as a sophomore, didn't make the varsity team. It's not like he was immersed in basketball, living and breathing it 24/7. He later on in life, went full bore. But
And look at the balance. Look at the balance. Unbelievable businessman, classy guy through and through, because there was always a balance. It wasn't just. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I mean, Serena and Venus are two of the classiest ladies. Celebrities you see out there.
Tiger, Serena, Venus, people like that lived and breathed their sport from such a young age, and they became the greatest in the sport.
That's what it
now,
takes.
In this day and age, can there be another Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, who'd kind of just, they play basketball in high school and they're good? Or now is the competition such where if you show any signs of greatness in any sport, you have to completely immerse yourself in that sport from a young age and have to completely here, I'll use Michael Jackson as an example. He was dancing at 5 years old, no childhood whatsoever, and next thing you know, he's got giraffes in his yard and he's having sleepovers. So I mean, can you be the greatest now with just a normal upbringing?
I think you can, man. I feel like you can. I know, like Sadie with the swimming. I didn't even get a chance to tell you this. We haven't done it in a while, but a couple of weeks ago, she made what was called the golds, and her best buddy, really best friend now, two peas in a pod, also made golds, and another girl. So we all had to go to Rochester for this, and then after it was an overnight thing, so we had to get hotel rooms, and then at night after they swam for the thing, they all wanted to go to the indoor pool, and now the parents, we're all in the indoor pool, fully clothed, not swimming, but we got a cooler of beers and we're drinking. I'm the parent that I used to see when I was on the road. I'm like, oh God, look at them in there drinking.
Oh, wait,
but the thing that's cool is these parents are cool.
No, wait, Jesus. You're in a hotel pool.
Right.
Indoor?
Marriott, Rochester.
Indoor.
About 3 weeks ago. Snow on the ground outside.
With a cooler of beer on one of those like thatched, like rubber.
Yeah, when you're sitting at this,
Drinking beers.
Right. Yes.
Oh.
And telling the kids to keep it down because they're echoing so loud we can't even hear ourselves.
Oh.
All lined up, drinking beers, hanging out, and luckily, I really like the couple we were hanging out with. They're really cool people, man. So that makes it fun. But I'm like, this is 2 hours from home. Like, luckily we have the kind of jobs where it's like, different hours. But like if I work Monday through Friday, and now Saturday morning I'm in a Marriott, and then Sunday I got to go back to the thing and watch my daughter swim some more, then go home. Now it's time for bed to go to work. I'm like, this is it. 2 hour drive. This is as far as I'm going. But you never know. Do you say that now? Next thing you know, oh, your kid makes the da-da-da. You got to go to Oregon for the da-da-da finals. And then you're in it, bro. You'll see one of your kids are going to do something. Next thing you know.
We're seeing glimpses of it here.
When do we say no? When do we say no? You make it happen in a 50-mile radius of the house, or it don't fucking happen. All right? That's it. It's on you. Make them find you right here. Shit. At our age, right? Like you said, though, with the way they're on the internet, I wouldn't be surprised with Caruso's hair. He's going to come out of the house at 16, come out of his bedroom and go, Dad, I just paid off the mortgage. I'm huge on Instagram. You know? I critique hair product. I get $1 million from Suave alone to do a monthly.
Oh God, I mean,
yeah, traveling. Where you going now? What are you doing already with Serafina?
No, Serafina made the gymnastics team. It's not even a tryout.
Get it, bro. You're gonna be living in Czechoslovakia. Getting the top training, and you're gonna go for gymnastics. You gotta watch that shit like this. You may as well put her in preschool. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
No, she makes his team, right? And Lana goes, yeah. Lana was a gymnast her entire childhood. Lana traveled all over the country, right?
Still see glimpses of it sometimes. Like the handstands, like nothing, unbelievable. Yeah. Like riding a bike.
So now, Serafina makes the team. I goes, Lana goes, so what does that mean? She goes, well, she's going to start competing now. I go, well, where are the meets?
Wow.
She's like, well, one's in Vegas, one's in San.
Oh. There's not enough people doing it right here, Lana? Like, shouldn't we do it here till she's dominating everyone her age, and then they go, listen, you got to go to Vegas. There's a couple girls out in Vegas that are killing it at the like, why are we already traveling? Sometimes you travel with enough people to go to another town for the sport. I tell my brother this with baseball. I go, just stay in your town and all play against each other.
Yeah, like
you're going to Vegas already for this?
Yeah, I could see if the town is kind of like, okay, Fredonia, are we getting unbelievable talent pool in Fredonia? Maybe you have to go outside of Fredonia to start really seeing what New York City's got, Philadelphia,
right.
Boston.
But what age?
Bigger
what
cities.
Age? What?
I don't know, but like to your point, there's not enough 6-year-old gymnasts in Los Angeles within a 50-mile radius where we could go, okay, all right, she's good, she's okay, like. Why do we got to go to San Diego and play people from Wisconsin? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, gymnastics, though, that's the only sport where you could be in the Olympics at like 12. You know what I'm saying? Like she's already so
she's 6 years away from the Olympics.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And every time your daughter wins another event, you're just sitting there going, where are we going now? Right? Just further away. Got to go further away. That's awesome, though, dude. That's a big-time sport.
Well, yeah, also the gymnasts, the way gymnasts' bodies behave to the training, it tends to be, and again, bro, I don't want my fucking kid on national TV doing in a leotard. You know what I'm saying? Doing flips and some fucking guy. Look at this, look at this girl. Right?
Yeah, listen, who's to say there's not a guy doing that when she jumps in the pool on vacation? You know what I'm saying? It's like, seriously, you know what I'm like, it's unfortunate we live in that world. My bigger concern is, though, the gymnast, the guy's got to do there's a lot of touching, Like when she goes to do a flip when she gets older, they got a lot of spotting and stuff. So you gotta have eyes and ears on that at all times.
I'll be right back.
Bring up anything with that?
No.
No, she ever said she had a guy who's like, "Guy, tell me. You don't need to, I know. You don't have to. I don't need a spot guy."
I think she has a story about one of the teachers being a little creepy.
That's what I'm saying, man. The whole thing. You're right with the leotards and
Yeah,
get
chalk.
him young,
Yeah.
chalk, no fingerprints. That's what he's chalk. Says no.
Oh, God. All right, guys, listen, let's wrap this up.
yeah,
Patreon.
yeah,
We had
absolutely.
mentioned it in a couple weeks. Patreon, $5 a month. Go up there now. Patrick and I, after this, he's going to do a little video of what the studio's looking like. We're going to put that up on the Patreon, give you a little
nice.
back behind-the-scenes look at the unveiling of this studio, which is almost complete.
Nice.
Go there for some extra material for the Pete and Sebastian show. If not, no big deal. It's not. It doesn't hurt us either way. It's just something added we're giving our listeners. Just want to make a couple announcements. Got the big movie coming out May 26th, Memorial Day weekend, About My Father, in theaters. Go see it at the theater.
Awesome.
Another movie coming out April 21st. Not Spinning Gold. It's Everywhere in Queens. I play Ray Romano's brother.
Oh, nice.
Frank Russo. And that's that. Any dates you got you want to plug?
Yeah, dates coming up, man. Louisville, New Jersey, Boston. Just go to pcorreale.com. I'm playing some places. Come check it out. And yeah, I'm always playing, man. So all good. Looking forward to seeing that Romano movie, bro. Nice.
That's it. We'll see what my father and mother have to say about my accent in the Romano movie. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.